morning, and welcome to another episode of Hotel Room Yap with Michaela. It is pretty early. Not crazy early. I had a hard time sleeping last night, but I did okay. About 7:30. We're still at the Hyatt Regency in downtown Columbus. Yesterday was Pride here in Columbus, which I guess dates how far back I made these videos. I woke up crying yesterday and then just probably had the biggest cry I've had in the last couple weeks last night, and am waking up kind of crying this morning. And I think this is one of the first times I've been kind of, I don't know, like actively betrayed a little. And it's not the worst betrayal that could have ever happened, ever. No. But this is my first time, I think, really dealing with that, which is, I mean, I guess I'm grateful for, but like, man, it's really hard. Trusting people who you thought, you could trust and who wouldn't hurt you, and then they just hurt you so easily. And it makes me wonder if I hurt them easily. One of them I definitely did not. Yeah, and I think there's like a heavier grief and like a guilt that like I could have done something and I should have done something and listened to my gut and whatever. But yeah, betrayal is like such a heavy word. But I feel like in movies and stuff and TV, when, you hear a character or watch a character go like, you betrayed me. Like when a sibling like stabs you in the back, like in like a superhero movie or in a regular movie. Or when, the good guy turns bad. Or a parent turns against their kid or something, and there's that look of like, how could you? I've understood that on a personal level when like maybe an ex didn't stop showing up in the relationship. People grow and change, and we're all just trying to figure out life, but there's kind of a acknowledgement of that when someone kind of isn't right for the relationship, and so they stop fitting, and maybe you just have different personalities, whatever, and so it hurts because you love the person and it's not working out. But then the feeling that I'm dealing with right now, and then just I'm being treated like I don't exist, and everyone else is acting like it's completely normal, and I'm traveling and I'm alone, and there's no empathy, no thought for me, and it makes me question. I'm like, did I say something? Did I share feelings at some point in the last few months that somehow got to everyone that makes them think that I don't care, or that I don't have feelings, or that this wouldn't hurt me? Or do they actually not care? And was I just wrong about, and I know that we weren't all the closest necessarily, but maybe I was just wrong. Maybe these people just don't actually care. I think we're in an interesting period of loneliness right now on many fronts, but on friendship and on relationship fronts, because we're so online. And I mean, there's multiple reasons too. It's not just, being on social media and stuff, but I think a lot of the culture is very divided, politically, socially, economically. I think people are scared to talk to each other. I think it's scary to have an opinion. I think it's scary to have a divisive opinion, and it's easier just to not say anything, apparently, including in personal situations. And if any of you are only children, hello, and of a single parent, it can be even more so if you are trying to navigate a new life in a different state, in a different environment. And it's really hitting me right now. And I don't know if any of you guys have dealt with that, but last night was really bad. I was going to film last night, and I could just feel like this not just heavy, kind of like twisting in my chest. And I was texting some friends, and I was like, that's not gonna work. And I called my mom, and she answered, and it was in the middle of like a rehearsal, and I thought she like muted the rehearsal, but she didn't. It was apparently like a one-on-one. And after they heard my call, they're like, oh, my alarm. I woke up before my alarm. But yeah, after I answered, the girl on the phone was like, no, you're fine. Like, go deal with that. Like, we can meet up in a little bit. And I felt bad. I was like, oh, you're doing like a one-on-one. I'm sorry. Like, I can. And she's like, no, like, what? It was supposed to be. Oh, gosh, it was supposed to be like an hour. Do you wanna call back in an hour? Are you okay to do that or no? And I was not okay. And I don't know what to do with the hurt. I think the being ignored, as if none of it's happening, and as if I don't exist. I feel like I don't exist. I feel like I don't exist. They made me feel that way. And I'm wondering if that's like their plan, because they don't want to feel like I exist, because they know that they hurt me. And so up until now, I've not said anything. I distanced myself, feeling like that would be smartest. And, when I talked to my mom, part of the issues along the way is that I felt like I had to parent in lots of moments in the last year or so. And she's like, he's not ever going to say anything. They're not ever going to say it. Why would they? You're going to have to parent, just like you have been. And I was like, oh, you're right. So, yeah, I'm going to go get my answers. Because I need answers. I deserve answers. I deserve answers. Now, if I were extremely, I don't know, abusive, if it was like really bad, if I were the perpetrator of something really bad, that would be one thing. But we had both communicated since, the end. This is about the thing that I talked about last weekend. We've both communicated since then. There has been a formal, like, but nice, with a little bit of feeling, for the other person. He sent me a voice note. Now it's been a month and a half. It's been almost 2 months now. That's crazy. And I travel so much that I don't even notice the time going by. Anyway, he sent me a voice note that was not necessary. It was nice, but like, he was like, oh, I went to this thing and someone mentioned you and I said that you were doing well. And yeah, I think just going from that to then so quickly after, yeah, I deserve to be talked to. I deserve to feel like I exist, be generally respected as a person. Quick pause for the random. We actually get like a real kind of headboardy thing in here in the Hyatt with some bridge art. Unsure, but it's very gray, like the outdoors and like my heart right now. But the crazy thing about this like little betrayal moment. Ooh, hold on. Yeah, crazy thing about this little betrayal moment is like the people around them will also just go with it because they don't want to ruffle feathers. And see, this is what makes me go crazy. I'm like, is there like a version of me or a view of me that's been painted? Was I like too nice? So then was it mean of me to like talk to him or post like that in a good mood because then I'm rubbing it in his face, or I'm not like mourning enough. I don't know, man. I don't know. But like, that's what you do. You post and you're fine. And then I thought we were kind of growing and kind of healing and moving on. And then I was like, oh my God, is the whole thing a lie? Was the whole thing a lie? Specifically because of the person that things are happening with now. How much of that was real? Did you actually care about me? I believe I deserve to know that answer. Yeah, betrayal is tricky, guys. It messes with you in different layers. I mean, it's triggering all sorts of things. Like, thank goodness. But I think I'm okay, decently okay, for being known the child of a single mom. I've got a couple of friends who have a tougher dynamic with their moms because of that, and things could be a lot different. I think I could be a lot crazier. But yeah, when this kind of stuff happens, it's like it brings me, my worth with like, a parental figure, my worth with my family, my worth with myself. It really messes with you, with people who are not deserving of messing with me, because logically, I just think people are making mistakes. They moving too fast and not regarding feelings of people around them or their own real feelings, unless they really, really moved on that quickly, in which case that's fine. But man, you think you deserve, if you care about a person, they deserve to hear some words from you before you especially go public with your new person around all these other people who became, like light friends with your ex. Yeah, I don't know. And I think with the betrayal thing too, it like makes me wonder if it was just like, was it because I was fun and it was like, this will be cool, let's try it. Like, it makes me question the whole thing. It makes me feel like it was fake and I just like wasted my time, which is a bummer because lots of people felt that way. Like a lot of people didn't understand. I think I saw so much good in this person, and I had so much faith in this person, and I grew in my own faith because of this person, and was reminded of things that are important to me, and like confirmed things that are important to me. And then they ended up being like worse. And I'm like, I believed in you. I believed in you so much. I defended your name in so many rooms and pitched your names in so many rooms. I loved you. I loved you. Even when I was not around you, I loved you. And what this feels like is that when you're not around me, you don't love me. And did you ever love me? I could feel the lack of love in previous relationships. I could feel it lessening or us growing apart. I still felt love from you, or what I thought was love from you, until like the very last minute when it just got yanked. It feels like I got like a stab in the gut, and it just feels like a change up. A change up that's potentially masked by like God's plan, which, as a reminder, y'all, there can be things that seem to make sense, but you can still be going about them in a hurtful manner. Hurtful manner is not God's plan. Hurtful manner is not the universe's plan. I am an incredibly spiritual person. I have traveled the world a ton and have so many different friends that it feels wrong to me to pick one religion and say that it is correct, because I feel we are all praying to the same entity, and many of our guidebooks and many of the fables are teaching us the same lessons. And so I just, that's how I feel. I do think that there is something greater than us, and it's just, I'm kind of at the point of, I'm not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure, but I do know that there are multiple, across multiple religions, but betrayal and lying and doing something purposefully hurtful and not acknowledging it, that is not supported really in any religion. Especially, I mean, even just basic commandment, treat your neighbor as you would treat yourself. Wouldn't do this to myself. That's for darn sure. Yeah. And I the argument can be made. You're broken up, you can do whatever. Okay, but ignoring me when you say that we're going to not do that makes me think something else is going on. Also, if I'm the new person and we have to actively ignore me so much, that's sus. That's sus. If I ever meet somebody who has to so hard avoid, I am now gonna take note of that, because what happened? And if all the exes are crazy, take note, because what happened? Because right now, I might be coming off as crazy, but boy, that is your own doing. That is your own doing. You are absolutely allowed to move on. You're absolutely allowed to have feelings for a new person. I had a little sliver of hope that maybe we were working on ourselves and maybe we're going to reconnect in the future. That's clearly not happening. So I'm grieving, a little bit of that realization. Timing and respect for your partner, your ex-partner, is a huge part of it, especially if you ended as amicably as you could, despite the feelings and despite emotions. And if you are girly pop and you have feelings for a guy that a new friend or a person right in front of you is actively getting over, and you have feelings for that person, you need to either, as soon as you have those feelings, talk to that girl or remove yourself from that friendship dynamic. There's no, just kind of sitting and waiting around and seeing. No, if you're doing that while somebody else multiple times is upset in front of you, you're almost stalking the other side. It's creepy, it's weird, it's disrespectful, and it's not okay. Just a note. I mean, a guy too, I guess. If you're at any point starting to have a crush on somebody that somebody is actively in front of you crying about, upset about, even if they make a comment or two, that's a little bit gray area, but visibly upset, visibly still hurt. What are you doing? Do you feel cool? Because you're in there and you get to hear that side. And I'm special because I'm getting the flirty attention and I'm getting the attention from him, so I must be special. That's weird and it's creepy and it's not okay. Betrayal is not cute. It's not cute. I'm not perfect, okay? I've done, some things in love. Not in professional work, by the way, if anyone ever happens to come across this. There were some professional snafus a few years ago where some managers, were confused about who I was working with. Never guilty of anything on that front. At all. Never my intention. People do some weird stuff sometimes in the professional world. Unfortunately, I got caught in the crossfire and never actively made any moves in that regard. But in personal life, there was some close overlap with an ex of mine. To be fair, I believed his words, and his words made it seem like it'd been over for a while. So who the heck knows what's going on right now? But she was not actively crying in front of me, talking about how she was still heartbroken. And giving me crazy amounts of detail about their relationship. In fact, it was I didn't get too much of that at all. So I found out later that maybe the timelines were closer and we, had only seen each other a couple of times and whatever. So I found out later because she texted me that was oh, did you guys cheat on me and blah, blah. And I was like, no. And, as time went on, I was like, well, maybe the ending and the beginning was closer than I thought. That's on me. I probably should have done more research. But I wasn't meeting up with her every single week, having heart-to-hearts, watching her cry about her ex while actively crushing on him and talking to him and lying to my face or her face about it. That's crazy. So yeah, betrayal, guys. It sucks. It sucks. And I think, I'm very grateful for the newer friends that that do exist in my life. And I'm so grateful for my mom. So grateful for my mom. She's not perfect, but she, no one's perfect. We're all trying our best here. We're all trying our best. Or maybe some of us aren't trying our best. But my mom, bless her, but sometimes she can't help herself. She can't just be like, I love you and this sucks. Because she does want to try to be constructive. And so she will always have like a bit of an honest comment to give you and a perspective to give you. And, that does help bring you out of the swirling. Yeah. And so I'm very grateful. We talked for like an hour and have a game plan for this next week. And I'm done being like a victim and sitting back waiting for somebody to be mature, because they're not going to be mature. They already have shown that they can't be. So I will attempt, we will see, to talk to them this week. I am not interested in drama. I'm interested in being grown, and I'm interested in being cordial with each other and getting some answers, because I think that, again, I deserve that. And just being like, we need to stop the weirdness. You guys clearly made your decision. Great. Clearly you guys want to be with each other. Great. Was the timing weird? Absolutely. Did you hurt me? Absolutely. But do we need to move forward, and do you guys need to not be weird and not actively ignore me? Absolutely. You don't get to just pretend like I don't exist. That's not how this goes. And we'll see. And my plan is to kind of do it in that tone of voice. And we'll just see how it goes. Yeah, because I was kind of just like, oh, well, he's got to say something at some point. And my mom was like, no, he's not going to. Are you kidding me? Why would he? Because then he has to face discomfort, which, as I'm learning, is the antithesis of apparently every man's wish. Sitting in discomfort is something y'all do not like to do. I mean, I don't like to do it either, but like, I gotta take care of business here. We can't keep, this is too weird. We can't keep doing this. Can't keep doing this weird dance. No, it's not gonna work. So, we're gonna attempt to have a conversation. In person, 10 minutes. I'm not interested in crashing out. I'm not interested in freaking out. We broke up, is what it is. A bit ago. It's literally just the timing. It is the timing of the situation and the backlog of the situation with somebody who claimed to care about me. In a newer capacity, yes, but still claimed to care about me. That is the hurtful part, and that is the part that's not okay. And because of that, you don't get to hide from me. And also the fact that you're hiding from me is probably telling. Maybe pay attention to that. All right. Oh, it's 8 a.m. now. Sunday morning. Sunday morning. I'm grateful that I'm up early. I think I'm gonna go work out. I've been working out, which is good. I'm not like crazy. I'm not like slamming everything at the gym. I'm going consistently, and it does help. It does help a lot, guys. I will say, for the betrayal thing, if you're feeling heavy, I know it's so hard. Oh my God, I know it's so hard. Okay. But if you can go on a walk for 20 minutes, that's a great first step. If you can get yourself to a dance class, gym, lift some weights for 20 minutes. If you can go on a run, great. Pilates, a Zumba class. If you move your body, yeah, I know it might be the last thing you want to do. It's kind of the last thing I want to do right now. I kind of want to stay right here and I want to cry. But if you can just go, it does help. I promise. You can listen to, I was trying to listen to music yesterday, and none of the music was doing it for me. I was like, I don't want to listen to any of this, but I need music, and it was weird. And it's funny. I started listening to the Wicked soundtrack, and it was exactly what I needed. It's crazy. And Wicked was mine first. Anyway. So yeah, it's gonna be okay someday. I never thought that this person would hurt me quite like this. But I guess a reminder of last week too, that gut feeling. If something's off, get out. Maybe be the crazy one and be like, hey, I can't hang out with this person. They're like, oh, why? Because part of that discomfort of what's happening right now is because I convinced myself to be okay with hanging out with this person. When I knew there was something not, but that's okay. I got her a gift for her birthday. Got her flowers. I gave away a bunch of my stuff over the past few months. Like, she has a lot of my clothes. Just feels icky. But time will help. And eat. Oh my gosh, my appetite's been gone, but I've been hungry, but I don't want to eat. Just eat a granola bar. Eat blueberries. Eat something. Just eat something. Like, it'll be okay. Like, just try. I literally just go through the motions. Go through the motions of being human. And then eventually you'll find yourself again. I'm going through it right now. Clearly. By the time I'm curious. I'm curious how things will feel by the time this comes out. I'm sure I'll put something in the caption. And I mean, it's Sunday. You can pray with me. Not that you didn't only need to pray on Sunday, but dear God, I pray for peace. I pray for emotional balance and to feel okay. And for anyone who's watching, I pray that they feel okay as well if they're going through anything difficult. I pray for my mom, and I pray for my grandparents, and I pray for my friends, and I pray for those who maybe aren't my friends, and pray for my exes, and pray for people to grow into being the best version of themselves, and pray that people learn to do the right thing and be kind. And I pray for my own peace and to be okay, and to please just watch over me for the rest of the day as I travel and as I talk to a bunch of people at the con, and pray for those people and hope that their families are okay, and hope that your guys' families are okay, and that you are okay, and pray for your peace and emotional balance as well. And yeah. And I've been trying to figure out how to end prayers recently, because there's so many, and so I've kind of just been saying in the universe's name, amen. Because there's so many energies. I've met so many incredible people, and we can talk about that another time. But anyway, I just pray for peace, and I pray to, make better decisions and act sooner on my gut next time, so that I don't get as hurt. This friggin' book, we're still here. The Creative Act Way of Being, Rick Rubin. Let's see, man, what the book has to give us today. I feel like we were pretty deep today, so. Many people may seem walled off, but sometimes walls can provide different ways of seeing over and around obstacles. Well, there we go. On the other page, actually, so that part said, many people may seem walled off, but sometimes walls can provide different ways of seeing over and around obstacles. That's for darn sure. Especially when I thought the wall was going to be my friend. But the other side of this page says, there may be a beneficial purpose behind the issue at hand. The universe could be leading us to an even better solution. There's no way to know. I can't speak English today. We can only flow with the challenges as they come and keep an open mind with no baggage. No previous story to live up to. We simply begin from a neutral place, allow the process to unfold, and welcome the winds of change to guide the way. My English, jeez, my brain. Welcome the winds of change sounds a lot easier than it actually feels right now. But yeah, there may be a beneficial purpose behind the issue at hand. The universe could be leading us to an even better solution. I'm literally hanging on to that with every single fiber of my being right now, that there must be a better solution and outcome. But there's no way to know. We can only flow with the challenges as they come. And keep an open mind with no baggage. That's not possible for me, I don't think. No previous story to live up to. We simply begin from a neutral place. Allow the process to unfold and welcome the winds of change to guide the way. And with that, I'm going to go move my body and do the last day of this con and show up and be professional and make sure people have a great day. Meeting, some of their favorite characters from a show that they like, because that is my job. And I want to make sure that everyone has a great day. And I will be okay one day. Today is not the day that I'm okay, but one day. And betrayal is tough. And if you're going through it, you will be okay too. All right. Thank you for starting off my day with another Hotel Room Yap. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.